Gold tested a critical resistance area last week, so we could be looking at a pullback this week and even through the rest of the month, especially as the DXY just closed above a potentially significant area last week. So I'll have all the details in today's video, including key levels to watch, possible scenarios, and also a trade that I just put on today. Now, if you do want my help with your trading, including seeing my trades live, also daily trade ideas and setups, 2 VIP-only videos every single week, and also the full course, be sure to check out the link in the description of this video for 85% off lifetime access to VIP. So VIP is held in Discord. It's all real time. We've got over 1,000 members in there, and I'm in there every single day helping out members. This isn't something where I'm going to hand you access to it and then leave you on your own. I'm in there every single day. I'm the most active member in there for a reason. Okay, so looking at gold here, XAUUSD, this is the weekly time frame, and I'll explain all of this here in a moment because it might look a little bit messy from this time frame, but it will all make sense by the time we finish this video. So looking here at gold, you can see that off of this low from back here, the market has been making higher highs and higher lows. No doubt this market has been bullish for years. We all know that. However, since this period back here in April, really this has been a sideways market. And that's what I want the key takeaway today to be, is that yes, right now the market is trending higher over the last few years. However, right now it is also a very sideways market, and we do have a potential pullback happening here over the past few weeks following the 2025 trendline break that we talked about recently. So in recent videos, what we talked about here was this 2025 trendline off of these lows through here. You can see we did get the breakdown on this candle. We got the retest up here in this area. And what I mentioned in the weekly forecast too was that gold actually filled the June gap up there around 33.69. So you can see that here on the daily time frame. This right here, guys, you can see in June we got the close here. We had the next open in this area. This was open. Okay, this was an open gap back here. And this high over here too is also what's called a poor high or an unfinished auction in TPO terms. And what I told VIP members, and this is the benefit, guys, of being in Discord in the VIP group, is that last week when gold was actually breaking back above this 6-day composite back here that we also talked about, when it was breaking back above here, guys, what I said is the daily close back above this. What I told members was that this flipped to new support, and we could see this high taken out and also that June gap filled right up there around 33.70. And sure enough, we got that right here on Friday. So on Friday, we had this candle here close that gap, take out this high, and we got a nice rejection from there. But what I said in recent videos, guys, is that you don't want to get in before the weekend. That's very risky, especially in these kind of markets, and especially with something that can be as volatile as gold. And so we could see another opportunity early this week to potentially get short here if that's your style of trading and that's what you're looking for in this market. And sure enough, we saw Friday's high taken out here on Monday, and right now the market is selling off from this area. So if you notice here from the 4-hour time frame, you'll notice this diagonal level off of this high from back here in June. So this right here, guys, is a descending channel in the 4-hour time frame. You can see that we've got these highs back here, including today's high, also that Friday high, and we've got these lows down here. So right now, I mean, this is what gold has been doing here for the past few weeks. So if this continues, then, suffice to say, we could see the market move lower back down here towards some of these key areas, right? And full disclosure, guys, I did enter a short trade today, right around 33.57. So it is slightly in profit right now, although early, stages here. And invalidation for this trade is above any close above 33.70. So any sustained break back above that on the high time frames, and I would be out of that. I am looking for some of these lower levels though. Again, as long as we have that 2025 trendline break and also this downtrend here over the past few weeks. Furthermore, we did see the DXY, guys, the US dollar index close above a potentially significant area last week. Now let's take a look at that here. And if you guys are enjoying this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also hit that like button because it really does help these videos out, and I appreciate it as always. Looking at the DXY, guys, on the weekly time frame, or I'm sorry, monthly time frame, we've got this low down here at 2011. We've got these lows through here, and June broke below this. So this is what we've talked about over the past few weeks. If you guys have seen these videos, then you know all about this area around 97.7 right down here. So if we take a look at this on the daily time frame, let's look at the daily first, and then I'll explain what's happening here with all these levels that you see. And you can see that so far, right? Friday's close above this area. So you had resistance through here that we talked about last week, and Friday appears to have closed above that area. So that could be potentially significant for the US dollar. And so far, we are seeing some follow through here today with a rally. However, keep in mind, illiquid conditions today here on Monday. And also too, that if you look at the 4-hour time frame, it's still tight trading conditions, guys. I don't want this to be seen as, okay, we broke 97.7. Now the DXY is just going to rocket higher. And it could, right? It could break out above here. However, at the same time, when you look at the 4-hour here, you can see, again, very tight trading conditions for the past few weeks, okay? And this right here is going to be resistance for the DXY, no doubt about it. We've got this gap, this open gap from back here in June. You've also got a buy side single print here right around 98.28. So that is an imbalance that could serve as a target for this market and also a potential resistance area that also lines up with that open gap around 98.34, okay? Now this right here, this chart could also serve you if you're trading the major currency pairs, obviously, just because it is a really well-defined channel. And again, we do have resistance coming in up here right around 98.30 or so for the DXY. So keep this in mind. This is going to matter for gold too, because gold and the US dollar tend to be inversely correlated, although not all the time. It's not a perfect science, but for the most part, that is the case. All right, so this is going to be key here for the DXY to get back above, to get above, really break out from this to kind of stop this, very choppy kind of tentative rally, right? If we're going to see the DXY actually break out here, following that reclaim of 97.7, we really need to see bulls step in and break areas like this up here. But again, that is going to be resistance here for the US dollar. But the bottom line is, I mean, if you look at the weekly time frame, yes, we could see a pullback here this week from the US dollar. In fact, I would prefer it. But right now you can see the weekly close, guys, these two lows back here on the weekly, right here and right here, we did see last week close above that. So this could be significant for gold because as long as that inverse correlation holds up, which it's been there for decades, then we could see this here on XAUUSD play out where we get that rotation lower in July and potentially August. Now, one thing to keep in mind too here with gold is that speaking of poor highs and lows, like this one back up here at 33.65 or so that was taken out last week, we have a poor low down here on May 16th. So unfinished auction off of this low down here, and these tend to get taken out, guys. So that could be a clue over the coming weeks. Now, keep in mind that if this channel does play out, okay, so let's draw this out here. If this continues to play out, right, obviously it depends on velocity. Nobody knows where this market's going to go or how quickly it could get down here, or even if it gets down here at all. But if it does, then this right here could take weeks, okay? This could be late July, early August, potentially. Now, the alternative to this, okay, keep in mind, the alternative to this would be if we see gold break above this area. If we get that sustained break above 33.70, then that would be potentially bullish for gold back here towards some of these highs, okay? So again, that is the invalidation here for gold. And we also have US CPI coming up tomorrow on Tuesday. So keep that in mind as well. That is going to be a very significant driver for both gold and the DXY. All right, but very interesting price structure here for gold, guys, even though the fact it has been very choppy, but really, like I said at the beginning of this video, I mean, when you start talking about a gold short, the immediate reaction from people is to say, why would you short gold? Because it's a bullish market. And yes, it is bullish in the long term. However, since April, right, we're talking months, this market has just been sideways. So when you consider that, okay, this really just becomes a range trade here for gold. Okay, yes, the trend is higher for years, but ever since April, this has really just been a ranging market. So that's how I'm trading it right now. But I will also be quick to pull the trade if we do see something on Tuesday following that US CPI that doesn't jive with the short trade that I have on here. Okay, so all of that will be announced in VIP and Discord. So if you guys want to join us, again, to see that link in the description of this video for access, get 85% off lifetime access. And I can guarantee that you'll benefit from it. I can't guarantee that you'll be profitable and make money because a lot of that is up to you. However, I can guarantee that you will benefit from the group. And if not, guys, send me a message within 7 days and I'll refund every penny. No big deal. All right, guys, trade well out there. Be careful with tomorrow's US CPI. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.